In this example, I'll be showing you how to divide decimals, and in this case we're going to divide and round to the nearest tenth. So for this example, I have 12 and 67 hundredths divided by 4 and 2/10 as my expression. Now, very similar to multiplying with decimals, the most important thing to do first is to estimate. So if I first estimate 12 and 67 hundredths to 12 and 4 and 2/10 to 4, I know my quotient has to be close to 3. Now that I've estimated, I can divide as if there's no decimal point in the expression. So I'm going to take those decimal points out here, and now I have 1,267 divided by 42, which is something I'm a little bit more familiar with. So for the traditional algorithm for long division, I asked myself, okay, 1,000, there's one 1,000. Can I split up one 1,000 into 42 groups? I can't. So there's going to be a 0 in the thousands place. And then if I split up one 1,000 into 10 hundreds, I'll have 12 total hundreds. And that's, if you just look in the thousands and the hundreds place, you'd have 12 total hundreds. So 1,200, can that be split up into 42 groups? Or 12 hundreds, that cannot be split up into 42 groups. So again, that's going to be 0 in the hundreds place. But 126 tens can be split up into 42 groups. So I think to myself, how many times can 126 be split up into 42 groups? And to think about that, I know 120 divided by 40 would equal 3. So I'm going to try that first of all here. So 3 times 2 equals 6, and then 3 multiplied by 4 equals 12. So 42 times 3 does equal 126. So I subtract, I'm going to have 0, and I'm going to bring down my 7, and then think to myself, okay, can 7 be split up into 42 groups? It can't, so that is going to be a 0. And whenever there isn't something in the next place value over, you're going to add a 0. So then we're going to bring down the next 0. And then how many times can 70 be split up into 42 groups? That would be 1 time. So 1 times 42 is 42, and subtract. We're going to have a remainder of 28. Okay. So now here, if I stop and think about what my estimate was, and if I look back, it was 12 divided by 4, which equals 3. Right? I know my decimal point needs to be put after that 3. And if I needed to round to the nearest tenth, I need to look in the hundredths place. And I have up to the hundredths place. In the hundredths place, I have a 1. But that tells me that it's closer to 3 and 0 tenths than it is to 3 and 1 tenth. So the quotient to the nearest tenth would be 3 and 0 hundredths, or 0 and 0 tenths. And that is dividing decimals. Thanks for watching.